How are transportation systems in urban and rural areas different?
Leo Fen.
Cities usually have more frequent bus and metro services, and the routes are better connected, while rural areas have fewer services. The main reason is that more people live close together in cities, so public transport has more users. For example, city residents can take a bus or the metro, but people in villages may wait a long time or need a car. So, public transport is usually more convenient in cities, but there is often less traffic on rural roads.
Leo Dion Wu Fen.
In urban areas, buses and metro lines usually run more often and connect with each other, while rural areas have fewer routes and longer waits. More people live close together in cities, so one bus route or metro line can serve more passengers. For example, a city resident might catch a bus every few minutes and then change to the metro, but someone in the countryside may wait much longer and drive instead.
As a result, rural residents often rely on private cars, and roads there may be less congested.
Chu Fen.
I'd say the biggest difference is how often public transport runs. In cities, buses and trains tend to run frequently because there are enough passengers to keep the system going. Different routes also tend to connect well, which makes it easier to travel across the city. In rural areas, there may only be a few buses a day, and some villages have no nearby stop at all, so people often have to drive. Rural roads are usually less crowded, but if you can't drive, getting around can still be quite difficult.
Padian Wu Fen.
The clearest difference is that city transport tends to operate as a connected network with frequent buses and metro services, whereas rural systems offer far less coverage, with fewer routes and longer waits. That largely comes down to population density, because when many people live close together, operators have enough passengers to justify frequent services throughout the day. For instance, a city commuter can switch from a bus to the metro, whereas someone in a village may wait ages and end up driving instead. That reliance on cars is tough for people who cannot drive, although rural motorists do benefit from quieter roads and much less stop-start traffic. So, in a city, you can manage without a car, but in the countryside, even basic trips can be difficult if you don't drive.
Practice every day. Keep speaking,